Welcome back, makeup family. Today we're talking about my favorites and fails for the month of June. And I haven't missed you guys. I've had so much going on. My dog, my puppy girl, has been in the hospital, and thank God she's okay. There's been so much transition in my life since my father-in-law passed, and probate, and just life, a little bit of depression, and just feeling kind of ugh. But we've got favorites to talk about today, things that lift my spirits and hopefully yours as well. And I'm going to start with skincare. I'm going to start in the order that I use the products. I am a sunscreen fanatic. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I am. I love my sunscreen, and I have a million. I buy them, like I buy every single brand that comes out that, has any kind of claim for mature skin or for dry or irritated sensitive skin. This Aven mineral sunscreen in an SPF, is that upside down? It is upside down. This Aven mineral sunscreen in an SPF of 50 is so good. You get a fluid ounce, and the price I think is very reasonable. I'm going to put it below, but I think it's about $24 or so, maybe even cheaper than that. But it doesn't sting your eyes, doesn't irritate your skin. I am completely broken out with eczema right now that you can't really see because I have on one of my favorite CC creams, which is my Dr. Jart BB cream. My favorite BB creams. This Dr. Jart BB cream is amazing. It has an SPF of 45, and it is really, really good. Could it be? I don't have my reading glasses on. I cannot see. But I will put it below. And it provides a really nice level of coverage. Doesn't irritate my skin, and it protects my skin. So when I am all broken out with eczema like I am now, I don't feel bad about putting that BB cream on. It's not going to exacerbate anything that's going on with my skin. This mineral sunscreen right here does not sting your eyes. It does not irritate your skin or break you out or clog pores. This is a really, really great sunscreen. Next up, I've got the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Mask. And I know I did not purchase this month, but this is such a great product. I would be remiss if I did not include this every single month because it saves my life every single month. It smells amazing. It is super hydrating and rich, and when I have these eczema outbreaks, it makes everything moisturize and smooth again. And sometimes I don't even have to put my prescription medicine on. If I slather enough of this on and I stay consistent with it, it really, really is great. I even use this as an eye cream, and I just slather this stuff on when my skin is having troubles. Finally, the Pharmacy Honey Savior Balm is one of my favorites. This is something I tap on top of that Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Mask just to seal everything in. And I know a balm like this that, looks kind of like an oil or whatever, it seems like a lot. Ooh. I'm going to take this moment since it's all squeezed out. Put some on my very dry cuticles. I get eczema all over the place. I notice that I'm getting some like on my shoulders, and eczema's not any fun. But those products, if you're sensitive or dry or eczema prone or anything like that, those are products that'll be really great. Another thing, this is really great for cuticles and, dry heels, and I'm rubbing some on those knees right now. And a little bit goes a very long way. So just a little tiny bit squeezed out, but I had like a bunch left, and see if I can get me a glow going on. I have a couple of hair care products. This is great. This is the Madam C.J. Walker. This is from Sephora. This is the Madam C.J. Walker So Extra Buttery Concoction. It's the super hydrating buttery concentrate. Conditioner. This is what she looks like. And I'm going to list everything in the description box below. Should have grabbed some reading glasses so that I could actually see the print, but you can see it even though I can't, and that's the important part. And this is a conditioner, but I love this stuff. I've bought it about a month ago in a Sephora haul, and it is so moisturizing. I don't use this as like you know leave in and then wash out or deep conditioner or anything like that. My hair is so thirsty all the time that, and it's very thick. So I can use heavier products. I can use some conditioners that are that are, at least they say that you should rinse them out, and I can use them as leave-ins in my hair, and it doesn't do anything to my hair. Obviously, I don't put it on my scalp or anything like that. Don't want to clog my pores or cause issues, but I really kind of focus and concentrate this conditioner. It's really has the consistency of like a very creamy moisturizing butter, but it absorbs right into my hair. So after I co-wash my hair every day, I can just work some into my ends to keep my ends really healthy, and to moisturize and lock in the moisture after I've co-washed. And I love this. There are a bunch of new Madam C.J. Walker products that have released like within the last month and a half or so, and I love this So Extra, and I like the name that it's So Extra. But this conditioner right here is just it's amazing. I think if you have dry or color treated, chemically treated hair, I think a lot of different hair types could use and benefit from this product. You can put a little bit in and use it as an instant conditioner or deep conditioner in the shower and rinse it out. But there are very few hair types, namely mine, that can actually use something this heavy as a leave-in. And like I said, it didn't leave any white residue. It absorbed right into my hair shaft, and it just made my hair very soft, and it just keeps, it locks that moisture in after co-washing for me. This is not actually a hair product per se. Well, it is, because it's a beard product, but this is the Art of Shaving pre-shave oil in oud, and it smells amazing. This is actually it's marketed to men for their beards as something that you put in as a conditioner before shaving, or for your skin and for the hair before you shave, to keep from getting ingrown hairs, and to keep everything moisturized and smooth. But I love this stuff. This oil it's very viscous, it's very thick, and it smells like heaven. And what I use this oil for is I take a teeny tiny bit and just put them on the very tips of my fingers, just a little bit of this viscous oil, like maybe a couple drops, and I just work it into the ends of my hair when I'm picking out my fro after I've conditioned and I've gotten out of the shower. My hair starts to dry and I'm about to pick my hair out. I just put a little bit on my fingertips, and I just sort of work it into my ends, just to keep everything nice and conditioned, and to lock the moisture in, because for my type 4A hair, it becomes very dry and it'll lose moisture, so I have to do things to seal the moisture in, and this is one of the steps that really helps. And the fact that it smells like absolute heaven definitely doesn't hurt. And when I started using this, my husband, sometimes he'll be near me and he'll be like, "Oh, you smell so good." And it is more of a masculine kind of fragrance, but that's me. I don't like to smell like flowers. I don't like to smell like candy. I like to smell like, I like musk, and I like, very kind of deep, exotic, spicy sort of scent. So this was right up my alley. They have vanilla though. They have probably lavender. They have a bunch of different fragrances that this oil comes in. So if you do have my hair type, I think it will work great for you. Even if you don't and you have very dry ends or processed or bleached hair, I think it could work very well, like to help with your split ends after you have flat ironed your hair, or whatever. I think that it would be really good for a lot of different hair types. All right. Now my favorite products, which of course are the makeup products. My favorite palette that I bought this month, it's this. This is my favorite eyeshadow palette. It's the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I'm always wanting to call it the Sunset palette, but it's the Sunrise palette. It is gorgeous, pinks, orange, and look at this packaging though. I mean, like, you can't, you know. And I also loved the new lower price point on this, the smaller, slightly smaller size. But these colors are gorgeous. They are very blendable. The quality of this palette is excellent. I think that it is it's the same quality as the larger, you know, more expensive palettes. And just for reference, in case you don't have any Natasha Denona, this is like the regular size pack. This is the Lila palette. No, this is the Biba palette. The wording on there is so hard to read, but just for relative like size comparisons, this is the difference. It's really not that much smaller at all, and the quality is exactly the same. I love this palette. I love this Sunrise palette, and it is my favorite palette that I purchased this month. And an honorable mention will go to the Melt Cosmetics Impulsive palette. This is a gorgeous palette. It is a little bulky. I know I said in my review that it didn't bother me, but you know, that was my first impression. And you know, upon further inspection and dealing with it, it's a little bit bulky. But the colors are beautiful, specifically the mattes. I think the reason why this did not come out on top, despite the fact that I really do like the palette very much, the reason why it did not come on top is not only just the bulky packaging, which has these like steps on it, but also the shimmers were a disappointment to me. This is my very first Melt Cosmetics palette, and the mattes were stunning. The mattes were so rich. They were gorgeous. They were blendable. They were buttery. They were everything that you could ever want a matte to be. But the shimmers really let me down in this palette. I was expecting something much better, and they're not terrible, but they're not great. And I have so much makeup, so many different eyeshadow palettes. I just know that unless I want a matte look in the specific colors that are in this palette, I'm probably not going to reach for that palette. The greens are what drew me to the palette, and I'm sure, you know, every time I do a green look, I'm going to pull it out just for those green mattes because I love them. They're awesome, but there are only 2 of them. But again, the mattes, they perform exceptionally, so I love the palette for that reason, but it's not a favorite this month because of the shimmers. I think they underperformed. My favorite, other favorite palette, it is a highlighting palette, is the Dior Backstage. How about this way? The Dior Backstage in Glitz 02. I really love this palette. I love the butteriness, the texture of it. It's glorious. I love the soft colors. I think they're really flattering. I am wearing this color mixed with a little bit of this color. This color mixed with a little bit of this peachy tone on my cheekbones today, and it just gives a beautiful kind of icy, I mean, look at that. That is, that's such a beautiful highlight. This Dior Backstage Glitz 02 is beautiful. I like the original one just as much, and I use them both all the time. It's one of my favorite things that I purchased in the month of June. If I had to pick an absolute favorite of things that I purchased in the month of June, I would pick this whole entire set. And this is not all of them, just my hands are too small to hold them all. I think there are 9 of them. The Pat McGrath Blitz Trance lipsticks. It's a brand new formulation. It's nothing like the other Blitz Trance lipsticks. From what I understand, I don't own any of them, but I have swatched them, and I have seen reviews of them, and I have seen them in action on other people, and I was not interested at all in them, which is sad to say because I'm such a Pat McGrath stan. You know, I will be reviewing her new complexion products, the foundation, the powder, the primer. I am just waiting for the first to come so that I can purchase it and use it and review it for you guys. But as big of a Pat McGrath fan as I am, I was not a fan of the prior formulation of Blitz Trance lipsticks. These, however, I am so glad that I got them with the day they came out, and I got the whole entire set of 9. They are beautiful. There's not a dud in the bunch of the 9. And while there are a couple that have similar colors, they are different enough for the most part, but the texture, the pigmentation, the everything is just so good. Today I'm wearing Skin Flicks, which is one of my favorite, but they really are all my favorite. I mean, usually when you buy like an entire set of lipsticks, especially, or an entire set of anything, like for review on your channel or whatever, I mean, you know, we'll be honest, like you're buying it for the people who are watching, some of them, because if it were just you normally would just buy, oh, I like this color, I like that color, like, you know, and okay, somebody like me, maybe I like 5 or 6 colors, right? But you know, when you buy an entire set, it's very rare that you would like every single one. Like you would go purchase them all again. And this is Skin Flicks, the color I'm wearing on my lips. And it's like I mean, these are so hard to describe because you don't feel any glitter, no grittiness. It's creamy. The pigmentation is just incredible. It's like a nude coral that is just really pretty. I mean, and my highlight popping. I love these. I loved every single color that I bought. I can't even really pick a favorite. This is the one that I'm wearing today, but like I said, I can't pick a favorite because I love them all. Lady Stardust is another. This is one that I've been wearing a lot. It's similar, but it is a much pinkier tone, and it is really pretty. I'm gonna actually swatch them next to each other. So the Lady Stardust is gonna be on the bottom, and then the Skin Flicks is gonna be on the top. Okay, so this is Skin Flicks here. And this is Lady Stardust. And you know, you might say they're similar, but this is clearly, it's more brown. This is more pink. It's just, these are really beautiful. Ugh, I love these. This is Lady Stardust, the pinky one. And then this is more of a coral, more of a nude coral color. And the textures was interesting because they're creamy and they're very pigmented. There's no glitter, and they call them Blitz, and they have a radiance, they have a luminosity, a shine for sure, but that's what it's like. It's like a shiny lipstick. That's the texture and the finish of this, is like a shiny lipstick. There's no glitter to be found in it. And they are creamy, they're opaque in one swipe, and I just love them. Yeah, it's hard to even pick a favorite color, but Lady Stardust and Skin Flicks have been on heavy rotation since I got them, so I had to mention those as my favorites. But I would say all 9 of them are my favorites. I've been wearing nothing on my lips except for the Pat McGrath Blitz Trance lipsticks since I bought them. They're that good, and I would repurchase over and over. I love these lipsticks. I mean, it's like I found my perfect lipstick formulation. Creamy, opaque, shiny, you know. I mean, you know, there's a place for a matte lip, but you know, I love the moisture. I love the emollients of, you know, a shinier, more, you know, and that's it. My lips feel moisturized, but yet the color is there and it's comfortable. It's beautiful. I can't say enough good things about these. I'm gonna get to my fails. There's only one out and out fail. The other one's not really a fail because it's more of a color situation, not a problem so much with the formulation. But my fail is this Anastasia Alyssa Edwards palette. This palette was so colorful and beautiful. Very, very similar to the Riviera palette in terms of the color story. Very bright, vibrant, all that good stuff. Show you what she looks like. And why do I have all the, I have like two plastics in here. And the colors are beautiful. They're absolutely stunning and bright. The problem is, and there is a problem, is that they're not blendable. You know, and when you have a bright color that's not formulated well, like this blue is so, I mean, I couldn't wait. Of course, this is what you get a palette like this for, to work with this beautiful blue, to work with this purple, to work with this vivid pink red, you know, and this one here. You know, you just, it was a disappointment. The formula is not good. It's not the same. Ooh, I hate it when you, anyway, gouged out my shadow, but I don't love this palette anyway, so my feelings aren't all heartbroken over it like it was when I dropped my Tom Ford palette doing my favorites video, so it can gouge away, as I really don't give a damn about this palette. I was not impressed, and I was gonna take it back, but I just had so much stuff going on in my life that I didn't get around to taking it back. So I may be giving that one away or something. You know, and I, in fairness, I used it a couple times. I saw how poorly the colorful shadows were blending and applying, and I just didn't even really try with the more neutral colors. I just didn't even go there because I was like, you know, I have so many beautiful neutral palettes. I don't even want to, you know, have a guessing game about, you know, what to use. So that's my fail of the month, and I'm so glad to be back. Please subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you haven't already. And I certainly got a smile on my face today talking about all these really nice products that I love this month. And it's good to be back with you and to share some of my favorites. I can't wait until the very next Pat McGrath video. I'm gonna link also the video that I did on the Blitz Trance lipsticks. If you have not gotten your hands on them yet, please don't delay. Like, run, don't walk. They're awesome. They're that amazing. So I will see you on the very next one. Thank you.